The goal of today's session was to get 1 or 2 shooter-born kills, but an unexpected turn of events, things started going crazy, and we actually ended up finishing one of the hardest quests in the game. So for the first raid of the day, we actually spawned in on the streets and we got a pretty bad spawn. I decided to come over and check out Expo Checkpoint because usually people spawn here and you can get a free pick on them, especially they'll be looking down into the other end of the map where the relax key spawn is, so you can usually get a free pick, but no one spawned there, so I just walked over, decided to suck up all the ammo in the ammo room. Tail group security key, by the way. Ended up getting like 3 boxes of some decent 5.56 and heard a guy ratting, so I decided to take care of his ass. Straight up dropped him, didn't have a chance to shoot me. Better believe it, we're gonna loot his ass before we move on. Didn't actually have much, but you know, any morsel of loot is always welcome in my pockets. Actually ended up pushing all the way over to the Pinewood Cinema because I wanted to go kill Colin Ty, and encountered the BTR, so just sent all the ammo back, which was actually really good because we're a bit low on that. Then I heard some guy running from Pinewood Cinema, but I ended up getting bad audio on him because it heard like I heard him in front of the cinema, but he was actually inside shooting scabs, so I decided to rat the shit out of him. I actually ended up sliming him. So we got a nice little injection of loot right there. Run me your pockets, boy! Ah! But I actually had kind of a lot of stuff for me, so I'm kind of happy with that. And I've just decided to extract here because I'm ready for loot, and I'm a loot goblin, so you know, you gotta get my hands on every morsel I can get. Just use the green flare extract. It's actually really cool that they've changed it so that you can actually see that it's open now. Next raid, I decided to spawn in with my mate, and we hit up Check 13 building, but it was getting camped by this absolute filthy degenerate. Luckily, he's a shit shot, so I got away. Sitting up there and waiting for us after he looted the room. What a pussy. You know, we chatted, so we decided to push him, and he was ratting inside the Section 1 building. So I just decided to push him, but I don't know what wrong here, but I get absolutely dropped like a sack of potatoes. Next raid wasn't that great either. I spawned in late, and then I heard shots outside, so I went over to investigate, and I get absolutely lobotomized with some guy sitting on the other end of the street. So we're not off to a great start. We spawned at Exo Checkpoint. This isn't really a bad spawn for shooter-born because there's usually a spawn right up ahead there, and you can, if you're quick enough, you can catch them crossing the road and get a cheeky headshot. But that wasn't the case for me. I think I sat there for about 2-3 minutes, and I get bored eventually, so I just left because just sitting in one spot is fucking lame. I decided to make my way over to one of my other camping spots, which is just outside Tarbank, or between Tarbank and construction site. Yeah, you can sit in one of these bushes here, and it's heaps good because no one ever checks there. And if you're wearing green, which I wasn't, but if you are, you can be really well concealed here. No one came, and eventually got bored, and I just decided to... I heard shots, and I started chasing shots at the cinema. I think I saw him for a split second on my way over, but then he ran off, so I just decided to, you know, just go to the abandoned house, you know, reset, and start another raid. When I found this dead body, you know what that means? More loot for me. Looted that up real quick. Got a nice little NL and an MP7. I mean, nothing crazy, but you know, after the 2 previous deaths, we needed some loot. Although morale was getting a bit low. I just decided to quickly check out Relax, and that was open, so there wasn't really much point in staying here, as all the players probably already rotated through this area, so I just left. At this point I was feeling pretty down because, you know, for the past couple of weeks I've been trying to get all my shooter bonds done, and streets just was not it, but everything was about to change. So I get an insane spawn at construction site, and I go straight over to this bush. And no, I don't feel bad for doing this, because Shooterborn is just a ridiculous quest, I feel like. I hear 2 sets of footsteps, and like, to my disbelief, is just two of these absolute biggest timmies, and I'm watching them like a hawk. I'm just waiting for the perfect shot, and he eventually stops shooting scavs. So I drop him like a sack of shit. And you know, his mate's all alone, he's scared, so I just put him out of his misery as well. BTR arrives, and at this point I realize the Tarkov Shooter 8 is almost completed. And then I may as well go over to the, to relax and camp it, because usually at this point in the raid it's not looted yet. People, usually camp it from the restaurant, or they just, you know, they just rotate from the other end of the map, and you gotta do what you gotta do to get these quests done. So we absolutely robbed them, took their half-broken guns off of them, and we took over the BTR to the cinema. I didn't actually end up camping here for too long, only about 2-3 minutes before I heard fighting at the cinema, and then this bozo showed up. You know, I feel kind of bad about slamming those two timmies, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But this guy, he deserves it. He would have done the same thing to me, so, you know, I don't feel bad about that one bit. So I actually end up dropping him, and at this point I realized that I may as well go for Psycho Sniper, since I've got 3 out of 5 kills. And I decided to do them on Factory, with an Alton and an NL, because I just don't want to get sniped from like across the map and have to restart. But some of these next raids are kind of crazy. Boom, and just like that, Psycho Sniper was finished. This is genuinely, I think, like 3 or 4 raids in total to do, and I genuinely did not think that that was possible. So now one of the harder tasks for, or one of the, probably the hardest task for Kappa is out of the way, so stay tuned as we'll be completing more of the tasks in the coming videos.